Remember why the Sith are more powerful than the Jedi, Sidious. Because we are not afraid to feel. We embrace the spectrum of emotions, from the heights of transient joy to the depths of hatred and despair. Fearless, we welcome whatever paths the dark side sets on us, and whatever destiny it lays out for us.
Just a note before we get started, my throat is feeling a little off, so I apologize for the quality of these reads. Let's get on with it. Let's start with the moment of betrayal. Palpatine recounts the tale. Plagueis was so powerful he could prevent others from dying, but couldn't save himself. Palpatine struck when Plagueis was at his most vulnerable, asleep after a long night of drinking. But was his master truly helpless? As Plagueis lay there, Palpatine sensed something unusual. His master was gathering the dark side to him, though he never used it. Fearful that Plagueis would heal himself and escape death, Palpatine intensified his attack, unleashing more power as he electrocuted his master. What was this strange moment where Plagueis summoned the dark side, but didn't fight back, a hint of what was really happening? Could Plagueis have been preparing for something other than escape? Perhaps he was focusing his power not on healing, but on transferring his essence into Palpatine. This would explain why Palpatine felt compelled to increase, as if he instinctively sensed that something was happening beyond the physical realm. This crucial moment may have been more than just a desperate murder. It could have been an initiation of a Sith process, a possession, where Plagueis allowed his body to die, intending to live on through his apprentice. But what if this possession didn't start with Plagueis? What if Palpatine's claim, "I am all of the Sith," wasn't just a declaration of power, but a literal truth? This brings us to the second theory, a leapfrogging possession, passed down from Sith master to apprentice for generation over the last 1,000 years. In the book Darth Plagueis, Palpatine reflects on the moment during his master's death, a moment when he felt something he had never felt before. As Plagueis died, Palpatine experienced a surge of power, more overwhelming than anything he had ever known. Could this have been the moment of possession, like the dark side itself, so seductive, so subtly enslaving? Plagueis' essence may have been passed into Palpatine without his full awareness. This could suggest that Palpatine's rise to power was not entirely his own. The dark side, like an unseen hand, may have been guiding him, while binding him to the legacy of the SithLord's past. Perhaps the surge of power he felt wasn't just the rush of his own strength, it was the collective power of all the Sith before him. In this context, Palpatine's last words, "I am all the Sith," could be more than a boast. It may have been a literal truth, revealing the dark and twisted nature of the Sith succession. If each Sith Lord was unknowingly possessed by their predecessor, it would mean the Sith legacy was not just about passing knowledge, it was about passing their very essence, and Plagueis, knowing this, may have orchestrated his own death as a way to ensure his survival. The theory of Sith possession would also explain one of the more mysterious aspects of Palpatine's story, why his original body and later his clone bodies decayed so rapidly. In Rise of Skywalker, we see Palpatine as a twisted, decaying figure, barely able to hold his own physical form together. Why would someone so powerful experience such degradation? Each time Palpatine attempted to transfer his dark essence into a new body, the decay happened exponentially faster. This rapid breakdown could be a result of the Sith possession, an unnatural process that strains any vessel to its limits. The dark side, while offering immense power, also enslaves and consumes its user, eroding the body and soul. If Palpatine was indeed carrying the essence of all the Sith before him, this immense burden would explain why no body could sustain his dark presence for long. This idea adds not only weight to the theory of Sith possession, but also the price of wielding such overwhelming dark side power. Palpatine's original body decayed as it bore the cumulative power and weight of centuries of Sith possession, and his clone bodies fared even worse, decaying almost immediately under the strain. In the end, whether Plagueis foresaw his death or not, his influence on the galaxy remains undeniable. His teachings, his manipulations, and perhaps even his presence may have shaped the fate of the galaxy in ways we've only begun to understand. Was Plagueis' death truly his end, or was it just the beginning of something far more sinister? That's all for today, my friends. Join us next week as we begin deep diving Palpatine. Until then, peace, love, and may the Force be with you always.